So, willkommen zurück bei dem blutigsten Motherfucker, der in die Stadt je gesehen hat. Folge der Blutspur auf dem Pier. Immer noch die Quest, die wir aktiv am Start haben hier. Wir leeren jetzt hier nochmal alle Kisten und füllen unsere ganze Munition hier auf. Nehmen nochmal alles an Kohle mit, was wir finden können. Gucken uns nochmal alles an, weil wir haben natürlich jetzt auch schon einige Ressourcen verschwendet, um hier hin und her zu switchen. Aber mein Gott, wer lesen kann, ist klar im Vorteil. Da stand ganz klar oder dran und ich habe es halt trotzdem gemacht, weil ich dachte, ich bin cooler als das Spiel. War nicht so. So, hier haben wir alles aufgeräumt gehabt und unser Weg führt uns weiter hier über die Brücke. Northstock immer noch stabil.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Sind die Kerle denn wieder da? Tatsächlich, die sind wieder da. Warum sind die denn wieder da? Ist ja wie in Dark Souls hier. Man kann, dann gehen wir die doch nochmal töten, ne? Wenn die eh gerade nochmal da sind. So, den haben wir getötet. Ja, klar, die können durch die Gegend schießen, oder was? Gib mir dein Blut, Gangster. Aber so langsam kommen wir rein. So langsam klappt es auch mit dem Blocken. So, noch mehr Blut her, ein Stissel hier. Jawohl, komm. So, looten werden wir die wahrscheinlich nicht mehr können, ne? Ah, doch, ein bisschen haben sie immer noch dabei. Ein Bleistab hat er dabei gehabt. Hier liegt auch noch was. Schillinge. So, der hat hier nichts dabei gehabt, leider.
There's safer places to be than here. Leech spotted!
Gib mir dein Blut. Oh, der haut aber ganz schön rein, der Junge. Nochmal ein bisschen beißen und dann töten wir ihn. Nehmen wir nochmal mit, was er da so hat. Und da unten war da auch noch einer, ne? Den können wir ja schocken gehen.
There's safer places to be than here. Over there!
Ja, dem haben wir ganz gut eingeschenkt, ne? Erfahrungspunkte kriegen wir jetzt allerdings sehr wenige durch diese Aktion, aber ich sag mal, spielt ja keine Rolle, ne? Haben wir da was mitgenommen hier? Also leveln können wir damit jetzt nicht, ne? Wir bräuchten 300 Punkte, ne? Also, aber immerhin ist ein kleiner Bonus, ein Gimmick. Eine Bleistange, aha. So, Vampirsinne, wie schaut's aus hier? Abgenutzte Sense. Zweieinige Waffen. Ja, komm. Zweihändige Waffen finde ich immer sehr gut. Die Frage ist jetzt halt nur, was machen wir mit diesen zweihändigen Waffen? Kriegen wir die ausgerüstet? Ja, kriegen wir. Okay. Das heißt, wir tauschen die auch ganz normal durch, ne? Was haben wir gesagt? So? So, ja. Probieren wir es aus, ne? Wie geil die sind. Parieren.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Must have more.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Ja, der Junge ist natürlich nicht so geil wie wir unterwegs, ne? Gib mir dein Blut, Vampyr. Haha, abgenutzten Knüppel haben wir auch gekriegt, guck mal. Nahkampfwaffe, Stufe 2. Zusätzliche Schockpunkte, wenn die Waffe trifft. Okay, verursacht das Schaden um 10% erhöhen. Okay. Das Messerchen, das brauchen wir dann nicht, ne? Angriffsgeschwindigkeit 10, Ausdauerkosten 20. Okay. Haben wir den Wilhelm immer ganz schön den Arsch versohlt, ne? Ziehen wir uns gerade mal noch eine Heilung rein hier.
Let me go.
Niemand mehr den Knüppel. So, wer bist denn du?
Was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred
Sir,
spirit.
listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Ah, so.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me?
Haha, na klar.
Can you help me?
Volles,
I believe
derbste
so. I already
Vampirbild.
have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Wie kommt er mit seinem Boot denn jetzt hin?
Just give me a moment to secure my boat, and we can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with a good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Aha. Okay, überprüfe das Opfer.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Eine frische Probe von William, ein bisschen Blut im Röhrchen. Okay. Schlüssel zur Notunterkunft. Okay, das kann man hier die ganze Zeit also weiterlesen. Schauen,
Could
schauen.
it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Okay, da kann ich also nirgends hoch. Da darf ich auch nicht hoch. Ich kann hier also theoretisch gar nichts mehr machen, ne? Dann muss ich also aufs Boot. Die Sache läuft aus dem Ruder. Haha, ganz toll. Was dreht er denn da am Rad? Wie fährt er denn Boot? Haben die das nur animiert, um irgendwas zu animieren und jetzt wieder vorwärts drehen? Das bringt halt irgendwie null.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
So. Ja, immerhin.
Were London as peaceful as she appears?
Ein bisschen Love Story muss ja auch dabei sein, ne?
If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain.
Mann.
Dr. Reed.
Der Kerl ist ganz schön weird.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt.
Was stehen
Join
die
my
da rum?
staff at Pembroke Hospital.
Mitten auf dem Fluss?
As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed.
Die sitzen da
Take a
einfach mitten
moment
auf dem
to
See.
consider.
Mitten auf dem
The
See.
post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Ja,
It
komm.
seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer,
Mach
so
hinne.
I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for
Ja,
Mr.
die ist auch nur ein
Hampton.
bisschen Blut
Be sure to
verschmiert,
pay
ne?
attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Irgendwann ein
Oh, and
frisches
Dorothy?
Schwein geschlachtet im
Dr.
Krankenhaus.
Reed here has just returned
Fürs
from the
Frühstück.
front.
Die
He
Burger.
served King Country.
Ham and
He'll be
eggs.
joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Ja, dann werde ich mal
Here
anfangen,
at
meine
Pembroke,
Hofstadt
it's not
aufzubauen,
what we
ne?
have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Nurse Crane heißt doch Dorothy. Okay, dann auf zum Krankenhaus, sagt er. Aber wenigstens laufe ich jetzt schon nicht mehr in dem ganzen Schmand rum. Pembroke Hospital, Statusbeziehung gesund.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Die Blutqualität deutet an, wie viel EP du von einem bestimmten Bürger erhältst. Je höher die Blutqualität ist, desto mehr EP erhältst du. Okay. Der hat nur 500 Details. Um das Blut deiner Beute auszusaugen, musst du sie zunächst in deinen Bann ziehen, um so an deiner Stelle zu führen. Ein anderer Bürger kommen, die andere Bürger nicht sehen können. Deine Bannstufe muss genauso hoch sein, wie die Höhe der Widerstand des Bürgers sein. Drücke Q und Clay in deinen Bann zu ziehen. Führe diese verglimmende Licht in die Schatten und tanz mit ihm den Tanz. Okay. Verlockung des Blutes drücke und wähle, ob Clay Cox ihn wieder aussaugen oder du das möchtest. Wenn du ihn aussaugen willst, dir eine große Menge EP gewähren. Jedoch hat es Konsequenzen, sei dir dessen bewusst. Je mehr du über Bürger weißt und je mehr Hinweise du über sie findest, desto mehr EP geben sie dir. Okay.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fart me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Dieser Bezirk, okay, der wird leiden. Okay. Was soll denn der da leiden? Ich meine, ist ja nicht so, als wäre jetzt irgendwie...
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Okay, Divine Sin.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Dorothy.
Yes,
What
Dorothy
the fuck?
Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Ja, ich habe einige Fragen.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient
Wie geht's denn
you
dem
brought in,
Patienten, liebes
how does he fare?
Schwesterchen?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
So, wer ist Dr.
What
Swansea?
kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Naja, das war eine tolle Antwort.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Okay, dann auf Wiedersehen. Ne?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Ja, Bannstufe 2, schau an. Ich habe immer noch Bannstufe 1. Und wie kann ich die Bannstufe denn erhöhen? Der braucht Bannstufe 6, okay. Der braucht auch 6. Der braucht 1. Die Uschi braucht 3. Der braucht auch 3. Den könnte ich mir holen. Heilen mit Behandlung gegen Erschöpfung.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Okay, aber wie ich die aussippeln kann, das erschließt sich mir noch nicht so gänzlich. Und wer bist du, Uschi? Komm.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Schwester
I'm Nurse
Gwyneth.
Brannigan. Welcome to
Brannigan.
the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members
Ich
of
glaube,
staff
die
have
Olle ist ganz
already
schön
read
horny.
about
Guck
your
sie dir
new
an.
blood
Du.
transfusion
Die
technique.
hat das mit Faustdick
Dr.
hinter den
Swansea
Ohren.
made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Ja, ja.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic.
Also wenn ihr euch
term,
fragt, warum ich jetzt hier so
especially
quatsche die
from a
ganze
nurse.
Zeit,
Sorry, Doctor.
ich muss ja viel über die Leute rausfinden. Deswegen muss ich auch viel mit Leuten quatschen. Vielleicht sagen die mir was über die Leute, das ich wissen muss, damit, wenn ich sie aussauge, drücke für Details R. Ah, die hat Bandstufe 5 und ich habe 1. Okay, medizinische Untersuchung. Alles klar.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ah, neuer Hinweis verfügbar, schau an. Corcoran strapaziert sich und weigert sich, die Arbeit niederzulegen. Ah, super Hinweis. Noch kennen wir ihn aber nicht. Okay, dafür
Goodbye,
brauchen wir nämlich
nurse.
genau die
Call
Hinweise.
me if you
Ne?
need assistance.
Deswegen, genau deswegen reden wir mit den ganzen Leuten hier.
Good evening, sir.
Mag
I'm
zwar ein
Dr. Jonathan
bisschen
Reed.
öde und
I'm
dröge
new
sein
here.
jetzt, aber wenn ich mir angucke, ja, der Typ, der hat eben die Weisheit auch nicht mit Löffeln gefressen, ne? Kann aber dafür eine
Quite a
Banane
blunt
quer fressen,
introduction,
ne?
Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Ja, gib mir eine Gun.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
So, was hat er denn hier? Schrotflinte, 296, nur 315 Schilling. Na bitte. Ist ja ein Schnapper. $17 Schilling, ob das jetzt wertvoll ist? Na, ich weiß ja nicht, ne? Naja, gut, ich brauche von dir
Good
erstmal
evening,
nichts.
Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Ja, Leben retten, genau. So, hier haben wir auch noch keine Hinweise, dann holen wir uns mal ein paar.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Ah, ich mach das klar.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I
Ja.
bring sick people here night and day.
Der
It's a dirty
Waffenhändler im
job, but I
Krankenhaus,
get it
genau,
done.
ey.
Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings.
Der
Even the
Typ, der hat
locals
echt
attack you.
eine riesen Unterlippe, oder? Ich meine, mal abgesehen davon, dass der schwarz ist, ja, und Schwarze mehr Lippenvolumen haben als normal, aber diese Unterlippe, die ist schon mehr so Gummiboot-Style, ne?
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently.
Treckerreifen.
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Mitternacht im Garten von Gut und Böse, neue Untersuchung.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Goodbye, Milton.
Mitternacht im Garten von Gut und Böse, betritt den Garten im Hinterhof. Okay.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Haben wir hier noch was zu finden? Sieht nicht so aus, ne? Warum ist das denn hier? Und wer ist er, bitte?
And I thought last time was a
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Statt sie Leben, das durch effiziente medizinische Hilfe gerettet wird, ist ein Stich ins der Epidemie. Freiwillige machen den Unterschied. Alles klar. Halb abgerissene Plakate hier, finde ich gut.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off.
Pretty little, sagt
But
er.
they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Voll wegrasiertes Gesicht.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Na also, alles klar. 500 EP und Bannstufe 1.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Ja, den mache ich aber ganz schön hier, ne? Aber wenn ich ihn jetzt aussauge, wird das Ganze ja gar nichts bringen, ne? So, dann zu dir.
How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Return to my flock.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Ja, damn shame. Geht ganz schön ab hier, aber der Kerl, der guckt auch ein bisschen grimmig, ne? Guck ihn dir an. Das Gesicht kann auch nur irgendwie eine Mutter lieben.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Ja, don't speak ill from people you don't know.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Okay, also hier soll auch so eine blutrünstige Uschi sein.
In the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Mit Gott legt man sich nicht an, wa?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
Ja, ist halt
I
Pastor,
can't
ne?
help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a
dämlich.
night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Hat
Are
bei dem
you a
anderen aber ganz
priest,
gut
Mr.
funktioniert,
Hampton?
ne?
A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Oh Gott, ein Gutmensch.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you
Schon
arrived?
Freunde
Not
gefunden.
really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Tja, verrückte Welt, ne?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Ja, later machen wir das.
But the suffering continues.
Wer
Good
bist
evening,
du
miss.
denn?
I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
Ah,
You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
aha.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Die ist ja verrückt.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Okay.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Na klar, du bist absolut.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Aha.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
So, das falsche Ziel.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Oh Mann.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I'm gonna be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
So, dann gehen wir mal hier raus, ne? Ist denn schon Mitternacht?
Scour voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Wer ist er denn? Wer sind die denn? Wo kommen die denn her? Die waren ja mega strong. Ich hoffe, ich muss natürlich jetzt nicht nochmal mit allen Typen hier quatschen, ne? Ne, sieht nicht so aus. Okay. Ist die Olle hier? Ja, mit der habe ich ja eh schon gequatscht. Krankenschwestern werden jetzt gebraucht. Im Namen der Barmherzigkeit, Sie verlassen sich auf sie. Krankenschwestern werden jetzt gebraucht. Melden Sie sich beim nächsten Registrierungsbüro des Ministeriums für Arbeit und Wehrdienst und schreiben Sie an. 15 Kingsways, London. Aha. Also jetzt werde ich die auf jeden Fall niederprügeln hier. Aber ganz schön mächtig komische Viecher hier und die hauen ordentlich rein, ne? Die müssen wir natürlich hier aus dem Krankenhaus vertilgen, ne? Mach auf die Luzi hier, das kann doch nicht sein. Ja, immerhin scheint er wohl jetzt so ganz easy going zu bekämpfen zu sein, ne? So, das haben wir jetzt schon mal hinter uns gebracht, ne? Das sind ja hier ganz merkwürdige Ghule hier in dem Hause. Fotografie in einer Brieftasche. Das Foto eines verliebten, lächelnden Pärchens. Auf der Rückseite steht Milton und Pippa für immer. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, keep out dangerous, schon. Quarantäne, ansteckende Krankheit, darf die Quarantänezone schriftlich, lokale Gesundheitsbehörden betreten oder verlassen, autorisierte Angestellte der dürfen dieses Schriftstück verändern, zerstören oder entfernen, gegen diese Regelung verstößt man Strafgebühren einrichten. Alles klar, versteht sich. Was haben wir denn hier? Quarantäne, Grippe, betreten Sie diesen Bereich nicht, im Auftragsministerium Gesundheitsbeauftragter. Okay. Hier ist also die Grippe am Start. Schmiermittel. Schmiermittel und Schrauben. Gut, gut. Okay, da im Hausel waren wir nämlich noch nicht drin, ne? So, hier gibt es aber auch nichts zu sehen. Hier gibt es nichts zu sehen. Ist natürlich ein bisschen ärgerlich, ne? Also bisher gibt es hier tatsächlich gar nichts. Gar nichts zu holen und nichts zu sehen. Ah, wenn man die Sachen zerstört. Polarverbor, Staatsbezirks gesund. Sachen zerstören bringt also Bonuspunkte oder was? Schon. Oh, der hat nur einmal niederschnechseln müssen, wa? Ganz schön stark, die Viecher. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. Also hier sollten wir definitiv noch nicht hingehen und herlaufen. Ja, das ist de facto mal sicher. Aber wir können uns ja nicht beherrschen. Ja, da machen wir sie fertig, die Level 10er nämlich. So, da haben wir sie besiegt. Das ist auch gut so. Wir haben aber festgestellt, hier sind wir definitiv noch zu schwach. Das heißt, wir werden jetzt wieder zurückgehen und dann erstmal schauen, ne? Okay, das ist also auch hier Hospital. Eingang und so, alles klar, ich verstehe. Gut, gut. Dann gehen wir jetzt erstmal in unser Büro, ne? Und dann gucken wir mal. Ah, die Geldbörse, die können wir noch abgeben bei dem Uschi hier. Die können wir noch abgeben.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
So. Hinweise benötigt, leider nichts mehr, dann...
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit.
Ah, ich bin der
Tired of all those corpses piling up.
Mother Investigator
She's as
hier.
depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Naja, das ist alles, was
You
zählt,
do
ne?
realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Ja, sagst du.
Goodbye, Milton.
So, jetzt aber ab ins Büro hier. Nein, ich will ins Büro. Erst das Stock und dann soll das hier irgendwo sein, ne? Dr. Tippett, Strickland und Dr. Aykroyd. Aha. Dr. Reed, hier ist doch mein Büro.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Teil eines gewöhnlichen Griffs. Da brauchen wir 3.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
So, ich will dann mal eben noch zu dem Typen hinlaufen, ne? Und nochmal eben 2 Griffe holen, damit wir das Beil upgraden können, weil das finde ich ganz geil, ein Hackebeil. Ich mag Hackebeile. Je mehr Schaden, desto besser. Halt, Moment, das macht doch mehr Schaden, ne? Das macht 65, 72, ja. Angriffsgeschwindigkeit ist dieselbe. Lass uns
Good evening,
handeln.
Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Immer, jeden Tag.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these
Ja,
days.
Quatsch nicht immer. Teil eines gewöhnlichen Griffs. Das reicht wahrscheinlich immer noch nicht, ne, was der so hatte. Aber jetzt packen wir den Scheiß erstmal ins Inventar rein. Und zwar hier Hackebeil. Die Olle marschiert hier rum, okay. Dann ab ins Bett. Und Freunde, ich weiß nicht, was soll ich sagen. Machen wir einfach beim nächsten Mal genau hier weiter. Und dann wünsche ich euch schon mal eine angenehme Zeit, was auch immer. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Wenn ihr wieder dabei sein wollt, einfach reinhauen, reinschauen und dann passt das schon, ne? Tschüssen.